Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, all my Facebook friends? How y'all doing, man? I hope y'all having a blessed day. I said broadcast like I'm on radio. I'm at the Arlington Improv in Arlington, Texas, performing. I got one more show. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out, selling out all the shows. We did a 4:30 show today, matinee show, and now I'm finna do this last show at 7 o'clock. Thank everybody for coming out. I just want to talk about something. I saw something that that bothered me. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit this phone and lean this phone up against. I saw something that bothered me. That really bothered me on the internet today. What's up, Kiri? I love you. My little cousin always on here. This really bothered me today. So there's this picture, you know, and somebody in my family sent it to me and was like, what do you think about this? It was a picture of Smokie Norful comforting his 16-year-old son. And his son was asleep, laying on his dad's chest. And to my family member, I was like, well, why the fuck are you worried about it? Where your kid at? In your car and shit. Why you worried about somebody else, number one? Number two, when I told my family member, Smokie Norful is one of my closest friends. And I absolutely love Smokie Norful. And number three, what's wrong with him showing love and affection to his son? You know, and a lot of times people don't understand the bond between a father and a son. I had the same kind of bond with my granddad. I've had, my son is 19 years old, and I know when he was 17, that was the last time he laid his head on my chest or whatever. Now, he was going through something. He was in some distress and pain, but what I was supposed to do at that time, when you see your 17-year-old son, even though he got a beard and he crying, he's still your baby. And grab him and take his head and put his head up against your chest and be a father to him and show him fatherly love. And I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is everybody so concerned about that for? Why is that bothering anybody? You understand? That's crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with what he did for his son. That works for him and his family. You know? And that's absolutely insane for anybody. And my thing is, like, why would you go on his page and judge him for doing what he think is best for his son and his family? Right? Because if a motherfucker ain't in their kid's life, you got something to say about that. Y'all, you say a lot of black men are deadbeat dads, right? Right? Wasn't that the thing a few years ago? Of course, it ain't no more, because men, these past 10 years or 15 years, you see a whole lot of being a father is a popular thing. But remember, you say you had this thing labeled as most of us are deadbeat dads, right? So when you see a man showing love and affection to his son, you got something to say about that. And it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's right, Tricia. It's perfectly acceptable. Perfectly. Hold on, let me close this door. I'm in my dressing room. It's perfectly acceptable. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with him holding his son and his son falling asleep on his dad's chest just because he's 16? Well, he too big for that. You know what, man? If you went on there and made a comment on that man page, you know what I'm saying? Now, he good enough to saying, I need you now to comfort you. He comforted your ass when your grandmama died. And when your mama died and folks in your family died, you done sung his music and sung his song and gained comfort from his music and his ministry. But now you judging him for comforting his. and doing what's best for him and his family when his son needed comfort. And I personally know Smokie Norful. I personally know his son, which is like a nephew to me. When my 17-year-old son with a full beard was crying because he had a root canal and he was in pain, I took my son's head and put it on my chest and rocked my son until he calmed down, because that was all I could do. What I was supposed to say, man up, nigga. Man up. I'll pat him on the back because, you know, that's hard. You know, he's 17. Let me. Yeah, all right, man, it's going to be all right. Yeah, whatever, it's going to be all right. That what you supposed to do? I wouldn't give a shit if my son 19, I wouldn't give a shit if he's sleepy. If he felt like he wanted to lay his goddamn head on my chest, he could. He welcome to lay his head on my chest. I don't care. That's crazy. And that's crazy for anybody taking a picture of that, floating it around, because if you floating the picture around talking about what do you think of this, you just being messy. You keeping the conversation going. You ain't no better than the people that's criticizing. I want to see what you think. I'm on here making this post taking up for my friend. Smokie Norful is good people. You know, if you, and I've seen him with his kids. See, I'm one of them niggas, you just can't talk about my friends. I cussed my family member out yesterday, and I almost blocked this damn number, man. I said, don't you ever talk about my friends. He don't do nothing but good. He do good things in the community and make good music and do stuff that bless all of us. So what? What business is it of yours? The last time I laid in the bed with my granddaddy, I was 48 years old. I went over my granddaddy's house. I left the airport, went to my granddaddy's house, and my granddaddy said, you tired. Get over there on the back side of the bed and get up under the cover and take you a nap. I took off my jeans. I stripped down to my underwear, my t-shirt, and my socks. I climbed in the bed with my 90-year-old granddaddy, and I'm 48 years old, and got in the bed and went to sleep and turned my back to my granddaddy and scooted up to make sure that some part of my body was touching my granddaddy like I did when I was a kid. I slept in the bed with my grandmama and my granddaddy my whole life. I always slept in the bed with my granddaddy. And what does that got to do with your sexuality or anything else? That's my granddaddy. And my granddaddy and my granddaddy has such a sensitivity to the only thing you can hear him do is move and change the channel. My granddaddy will lay there and don't move because he's so scared he gonna wake me up, because my granddaddy knew I had been performing. He knew I was tired, and he knew that you know, that's the backstage speaker where you can hear who on stage. And he knew that I was tired, and I slept in the bed with even at my house, I would go get in the bed with my granddaddy and watch TV in the bed. And I make jokes and stuff. I'm so glad every single night I went down there and laid. And there's something about my granddaddy's energy. I love to get in the bed with my granddaddy. And maybe that's why I didn't cry at his funeral. Maybe that's why I probably cried one time since my granddaddy did, because I got every single thing that I could out of that relationship with my wonderful, awesome grandfather. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And stop judging people. And it's then some of y'all, instead of looking at it, want you to jump on there and take up for him. Because you ain't no good if you sit up there reading the comments and you ain't taking up for him and taking a stand for what's right. Nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with him doing what he think that is best for his son. Maybe that might not be the way you do things, but that don't make it right or him wrong or you right. That's crazy. Who are you to judge anybody? Can't even tell you how many nephews and different people I had to hug and comfort or whatever. I got a nephew that's a running back coach at Clay Chalkville High School. I'll never forget that time Christmas Day, he had to be about 9 or 10 years old. And he came in my bedroom because his dad, he was missing his dad. And had to sit in my lap. And he put his head on my chest. And I just had to sit there and hold him and rock him. Now he's a running back coach at Clay Chalkville High School. A grown-ass man. Did what I had to do for the kid. That's why I have the bond that I have with him. I don't understand that. And it really hurt my feelings, man, because, man, those gospel artists, man, they be out here, man, helping people and blessing people with their music, man. You know, all of the song and the ministry that Smokie Norful have and all of the wonderful things that he do in the community up in Chicago or whatever. It really fucking hurt my feelings that anybody was take up the internet. Black people, man, we are our own worst enemy. Why couldn't you say, look at this beautiful picture right here, Smokie Norful with his son, with his head on his chest, that we need more men like this. And don't get it wrong. Yeah, I'm rough on my grandson, but I promise you this, every morning when he wake up, half of the time when I'm doing my morning show, my grandson is sitting in my lap with his head on my chest. And he come get in the bed with me, and if I'm laid a certain way, he'll prop himself up on me just where he can sit up and watch TV. He'll use me for a pillow. All my kids, my daughters. It's crazy. It's crazy. That man is just freaking awesome, and I wish it would be more dads like that. The reason a lot of y'all so fucked up because didn't nobody show you no kind of love and affection. That's why you on Smokie Norful page, Judge, because didn't nobody love your ass. And maybe if you break the generational curse and start loving your kids, the world will be a better place. Smokie Norful, this your boy. I don't give a damn. Don't come for my friends. Excuse my language to all of my friends that's in the ministry and all my brothers of the cloth. But I don't play about my friends. You mess with any of my friends, especially, you know, my Jamal Bryants and Smokie Norful and my best friend Joseph Walker and my pastor, Pastor Bryant, Pastor Davidson, or whatever. I'm the one that'll start cussing, and they know it. That's why we friends. Love y'all. Stop being negative. Share this video. More men need to be like Smokie Norful. Love and show love and affection to your sons. Ain't shit wrong with what he did. Period. Let me get up. About to go on stage and do some more cussing. Peace.